Innovative Learning Grant recipients, HHEF board members, HHSG board, and administrators and staff that are here in support of the Innovative Learning Grant recipients, donors, and guests. Welcome. We're so glad to have you here today. I'm Jean Sabatino. I'm the secretary of HHEF, a retired administrator from my loved HHSD, and the chair of the Innovative Learning Grants that I'll refer to here on as the ILG committee. So welcome. I'm glad to have you here and glad to honor our successful grant holders. Steve Jobs has been quoted as saying that innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. The teachers who are current and past ILG recipients must be considered leaders in their classrooms, in their schools, and in the district. Their creative thinking and innovative response to their own questions about how to make learning engaging, productive, and dare we say fun has led them to redesign their classrooms, their lessons, and experiences they have with their students. As you can see from all the cool gadgetry that's in there and the PowerPoint that you'll see in a second, their new ways to support learning has inspired their students and colleagues. In our minds, they are the real leaders. I've served as the ILG committee chair for the past several years. During this time, I've seen more and more innovation. This year's ILG recipients are at the head of the class, sorry for the pun, and let's say there are Nobel Prize winners, since the Nobel Prize was mentioned today. There are leaders in terms of how technology, the arts, outdoor resources, changes to the physical structure of the classroom, and real-time student response have enhanced teaching and learning for children from kindergarten through 12th grade. HHEF is privileged to have granted teachers over $160,000 this year in grants in support of their leadership to advance innovative experiences for themselves and their students. One recipient of the ILG grant this year is Diane Heitzenreiter. Come on up, Diane. As you know, Diane is the induction. As you know, Diane is the induction and instructional coach for the district, and she was the Pennsylvania Teacher finalist for the Pennsylvania Teacher of the Year, 2009. And let me say that there are Nicole Mulatto is also a finalist this year. We're waiting to hear, right, Nicole?
Yeah.
Diane will take you through a snapshot of the LIG innovations, and I'll come back to speak to you in a second.
Okay. Thank you, Jean. It's my privilege to stand here before you as a Hatboro-Horsham teacher and to share my thoughts about the impact of the Hatboro-Horsham Education Foundation grants. Over $500,000 have been given in grants to enrich our curriculum and enhance student learning. How lucky are we to teach in a district that values innovation and has a community and a foundation that supports us in every way? We hear about digital footprints and the impact they can have on our lives. For a moment, I'd like to talk about a different footprint, the footprint of the Hatboro-Horsham Education Foundation. Since 1987, how many students' lives have been changed for the better because of this opportunity? We have a first-rate robotics program from our high school team all the way through our elementary schools. Pretty large footprint for all of the kids that have been involved in that program, the passion they have and the skills that they have learned. Our nature center. Every elementary student will be touched by the grants that take them to the outdoor classroom where they're going to learn about planaria and water quality. How many budding scientists will get the bug and think about being a scientist in their life because of this experience? What about the 21st century skills attained through these grants with tools like iPod Touches, Kindle Readers, iPad Minis, netbooks, and the innovative projects and the 21st century skills that they are bringing out in our students? Keith Valley's television station broadcasts live each morning thanks to the foundation and has served as a spark for many students, many students who have gone off to college and are planning to be our next Diane Sawyer or Steven Spielberg. Think about the footprint that the Leader in Me program has and the Education Foundation grants. If Steve Glaze were here, he'd tell me I'm supposed to start with the end in mind, but the impact can be seen today, and who knows where it will end. We want our students to be of good moral character, model citizens, and leaders. How these habits are changing our world. As I looked through my list of grants from many years, one thing stood out. What was I thinking when I named them? I looked back and I saw bits and bytes to share, podcast your way through the school day, hot links for elementary science. What was I thinking? But this year's grant, bringing the past into the future, really fits well for tonight. The past and the future of our Hatboro-Horsham Education Foundation is to be celebrated. And remember all the lives that have been touched. The teachers of Hatboro-Horsham School District, thank you.
So, you know, $167,000 is just not enough. So we're going to give all the recipients here tonight HHEF bags, as well as tickets to the reception and our great next calendar of programs.
Wow.
Jeff Gorwin, and also Young at Heart, that everybody loved, and Time for Three. So I'm going to call your names, and with my lovely assistant, who happens to be the president of HHEF Board, Jen. Thank you, Jen. Ben Bass. Come on up, Ben. Christian Bonner. Jennifer Bryan. Thank you, Jennifer, very much. Sarah Carver. Carner, sorry. Kim Corelli. Karen Condit. Mary Beth Crevelling. Oh. I'm sorry, Mary Beth. I have one of those last names too. The Sabatino. Tammy Aldridge.
Accepting on her behalf
Is Monica Taylor.
I'll make sure she gets it.
Tim Engie. Thanks so much, Tim. There you go. Joel Evans. Karen Flacco. There you go. Good job. And accepting on behalf of Steve Glaze is Eric Lefser. Krista Green. Rachel Hartman. Bunny Heim. Good. Thank you. Great. Nice to see you. Diane. There you go. Jim Keys. And accepting on behalf of Jim Keys, Diane Heisler. Bob Lachelle. Nicole Miletto. Wendy Neely. Who's going to be accepting on behalf of Wendy Neely? Go ahead. Go ahead, Phil. You want your bag too, or you come up separately? I'll come up again. Jennifer Rubin. I'll accept on behalf of Jennifer Rubin. And I know I'm going to ruin this. Susan Solomon. It's a beautiful name. Nancy Lynn Cecilia. Good diaper bag. Megan Straczynski. Dave Thomas. Jordan Wells. Congratulations. Let me see. And Bill Whiteside. Bill's expecting. Janet Whiteside. Great job. Oh, and last but not least, Eric Sigmund. Aren't one of the robots here for Eric? Dave, will you accept?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sure.
there you go. All right. Great. Now, also, the executive committee would like to offer tickets to all the events and the receptions to a lucky person that's going to put their names in a box over here. They're just sign your name. Those people that are not HHEF recipients can go ahead and get a free ticket. Just put your name in that box and we'll draw it for later. Also, in closing, real quickly, the Hatboro-Horsham Athletic Club that so generously gave us this room would like to take anyone on a tour after the reception of their great facilities, so that would be great to do that. Just in closing, I'd like to give you one more quote. It's from Margaret J. Wheatley, who is a change agent. She's an author. She's all over the innovation websites. Innovation is fostered by information gathered from new connections, from insights gained by journeys into other disciplines and places, from active collegial networks and fluid open boundaries. Innovation arises from ongoing circles of exchange, where information is not just accumulated or stored, it is created. Knowledge is generated anew from connections that weren't there before. I think this encapsulates the reason why we had this reception, the reason why HHEF continues to support these grants, and the good work that all of you do. Thanks so much for coming here. Please help yourself to the food and the wine and the beer, and I hope I get to talk to each of you.